All right, and we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verb. Oh my God, my voice. This hour on Verbling, the next in my pronunciation practice series. In today's class, we're going to be working on the sounds of connected speech, particularly with the S and J sound. The words used to, usually, to get or be used to. Since we're going to go over those sounds, we might as well go over the uses of those different expressions because they're very similar. So in that way, we'll practice at least 3 different consonants and give you lots of practice in using those words in a realistic way, like a native speaker. All of that and more coming up in just a moment. But first, let me do a quick introduction after I get my name on the screen. There we go. Let's get that on the screen, and there we go. Now you can see who I am. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on the link in the chat window, it'll take you here to my profile page, where you can click follow to be notified of my upcoming classes. If you don't receive the notifications, let me know. There may be a problem, so we'll fix it. Also, you can book a private lesson, tutoring lesson that is, or a package with me. And if you do that, I will work with you on creating a personalized learning plan to help get you to your goals as soon as possible. Okay, so if you're interested, just send me a message about that. And meanwhile, let me put today's material on the screen for you. It's going to take a second to load, so I'll open that up as soon as it's ready, and I'll give you the link as well. Okay, while we're waiting for that, let me just say hello to everyone. So the first person I saw was Mr. Radek. Hello, Radek. How are you today?
Hello, John. I'm very well, thank you.
I am, thanks, very well. You mean I'm very well, thanks. Great to have you back. We have Mr. David Moon performing his musical masterpieces. Hello, David. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm great. Thank
Very
you.
good. And then we have some new faces out there, like Garrett's. Am I saying your name right? Garrett's Jen? Is that
Yes,
right?
hello, Albert. How are you?
Very good. First of all, how do I say your name the right way?
Garrett.
Garrett's. Where are you from, Garrett's?
Well, I'm from Pakistan, Karachi.
Karachi?
Yes.
Ah, okay. And are you living in Pakistan?
Yes.
Ah, okay. So you're there now.
Yes.
Oh, what time is it there?
It's 4:03 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here it's just 12 o'clock. Time difference.
Okay.
Great to have you with us. I think you're the
Thank you.
first person from Pakistan. You know that? I think you're the first. I think so. You might get a prize because you're the first. We'll find out.
Okay, but I have been taking classes from Verbling in previous days.
But you're the first Pakistani in this class, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's great to have you. And
Thank
let's
you.
say hello. Who else is out there? Mr. David Lang. Hello, David.
Hello, teacher.
So, this is your first time with us too, right, David?
Yes, this is the first time.
And where are you from?
I'm from Korea.
From Korea. Okay, excellent. Nice to have you. And finally, we've got to say nice to see you. And Mr. Angelo as well. Hello, Angelo. How are you?
Hello, John. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Angelo, do I know you?
No, I don't think so. It's my first class, actually.
Okay. Because I've had so many Angelos, but you apparently are not one of the old Angelos. You're the new Angelo. Okay, excellent. And also, welcome back to Rohan. Hello, Rohan. Nice to have you back.
Hello, John. How are you?
Very good, very good. Rohan, you're in the Netherlands now, right?
Yes.
Where are you from originally?
I was born in Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan. Okay. All right. I thought you might have been from Pakistan, because that would make
Yeah, it's close.
two Pakistanis.
Yeah, we are neighbors.
Neighbors. Okay, so I think my material has loaded. It's still loading. Oh no. Why is this so slow? Ooh, give me a second. This is still loading. Let me see if I can close something to make this speed up. Hold on just a second, everyone. Or maybe if I turn off my camera for a second. Let me turn this off and see if that fixes it. Yeah, might be working. I'm not sure. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to share the material with you as soon as I can get this ready. One moment. Okay, here we go. And we will get started with today's class. Let's see. All right, it's a little bit slow, but it'll be there in a second. Oh, wrong page. Let's go to the beginning. There we go. Hopefully everyone can see that all right. Later on, if you want to download this, or if you're having trouble seeing it, just click on this second link in the chat window. I'll also put it in the group chat, the Google chat, sorry. Okay, so if you want to download it, you can do it there. Let's get started. On the screen, you will notice 3 symbols after Unit 10. The sh, the ch, and the j sound. The sh is written like a giant S. The ch is written with what looks like a TS. By the way, that's not really an S. That's a symbol from the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use those symbols to show you the precise sound that we're dealing with. You'll notice if you look at your own language, you may have the same sound, but it'll be written with different letters. Or you may not have the same sound. For example, if you speak Chinese, the sh in Chinese is not the same sh as it is in English, right? Just as an example, it sounds similar, but it's a little bit different because your tongue is in a different position in your mouth. So for every different position of your tongue in your mouth, or the different ways you use your mouth and your throat, there's a different IPA symbol. So, in the last class, we worked on the sound and the spelling of those sounds, and we saw that the ch and j are both stops, or grammar books will call them fricatives, because you create friction by slowing the air through your mouth. And we saw how to do that. And we saw that the ch, the th sound, the tch sound, has actually 3 different pronunciations. In other words, the letter ch can be ch, but they could also be k if they're Latin words, or sh if they're French words. In other words, if the words came to English from one of those languages. So that was the last class. We had these exercises here last week. Okay, but here we are to this class. Now we're going to take 2 of those sounds and we're going to look at them. We're going to hone in on them, look at them specifically. So this is all about connected speech. Notice the pronunciation of used to, be or get used to, and usually are a little different. We'll see that used to has the S sound written with an English S. Usually has that IPA symbol that looks like a 3. It's not a 3. It's the sound zh. Zh. Okay, so we're going to compare those 2 in just a moment. Actually, let me see if I can actually show you something really quickly here. How are we going to do this? If you give me just a second, I'm going to just give you a quick demonstration of what I mean by the difference between sh and j. Give me just a second here. Hopefully I can put this on the screen. Yeah, here we go. Okay, give me a second to let this load, and we'll look at it, and then we'll get into the lesson. Okay, let me just change the screen for everyone. There we go. Okay, so this is something I used last week. You can all go to this website to get a little practice as well. Here's the link. It's called Sounds of Speech at uiowa.edu. So it's Sounds of Speech at iowauniversity.edu. You can click on that link later if you want it. The reason why I think this is a good website is because, and it's an app as well, is because instead of explaining, I can just show you. The only thing that you need to know is where in the mouth the sounds occur. So I said sh and j are fricatives. Let's go take a look. If I click on fricatives, a friction sound, I can see the sh here, the s, and the j. Let's click on the s. Okay, what you get is a diagram, and you can see step by step of exactly what to do, and you get a video. So let's look at the diagram to make the S sound. This is easy. You all know how to do it. It's pretty easy. But I just want to show you just to make a comparison. So S. Look what happened there. S. The tongue approaches the back teeth, and the this part on the top, we'll see it in just a second. There we go. It says velopharyngeal port. That's the part behind your nose that blocks the air going through your nose. That stops the air from going through your nose. Okay? And one more thing, we should back up. Here, it says the vocal folds are abducted. Abducted means closed. That means that you don't need to use your throat. Let's take a look at the video so you can see what the mouth looks like when you go S. Let's see. Sa. S. Just that. Okay. Everyone knows how to make an S. It's the same in all the languages, basically. But let's take a quick look at the J, because it's a bit different. Okay? So let's take a quick look. First, what's the difference? Can you see the difference? Look at the vocal cords this time. You can see that animation. You'll notice that the only difference is that you're using your vocal cords. Let's play it again and look at the bottom of the animation, and you'll see a little vibration occurring. And that's it. So let's look at the video. You can see what she's doing there. Okay, so maybe there's a slight difference. The mouth is a little bit more rounded. Okay, but the shape of the mouth isn't that important. The important thing is the difference between S and S and J is mostly that the vocal cords are moving in the J sound. All right. Any questions so far about the difference in sounds? Any questions about that so far? We're cool? Okay, if we're cool, we're cool. So then let's practice. What I'm going to do here is put this back on the screen, and we'll get started. Here we go. Angelo, what do you see? Can you tell me, I want you to describe one of the pictures you see really quickly.
I see a bus, a cab, umbrella.
Go back to the bus. Go back to the bus. Describe the bus for me.
It's a red bus. Behind the red bus is the Big Ben. And
so behind the red bus is Big
Yes.
Ben.
Right.
There you go. Do you know what we call that kind of bus? A bus with 2 stories on it?
I forget the name.
We call it double-decker.
Okay.
A double-decker bus. So, since it's a double-decker bus and you see Big Ben, where in the world are we?
London.
Must be in London, right?
Right.
Very good. So, there's a vocabulary word for you in the chat window. Double-decker bus. David Lang, what do you see in the middle of the picture, middle of the screen?
I see a black car.
What kind of car?
Black car.
What kind of a car? That's what I'm saying. Not just any car. Is that a car that is that a car that you would drive around?
No.
No. What's the purpose of that car? That's a commercial vehicle, right?
Yes, maybe for military. Maybe.
Not military. Look at that little yellow light on the top of the windshield. It says taxi.
Okay. Taxi. Okay.
Yeah. So in London, they've got these black cabs, which are the official taxis. So they're supposed to be regulated. They're not just people driving around. So official black cabs. Okay, and David Moon, what do you see on the right picture, on the right side?
I see umbrella.
An umbrella.
An umbrella with the Union Jack flag on it.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I was wondering if you knew the name of that. Union Jack. Exactly. So a Union Jack umbrella. But the Union Jack is the flag of the UK.
Yes.
The Union Jack. Excellent. And Gareth, what do you see in the bottom picture below the double-decker bus? Can you see what that is?
Yes. It's a black tea or black coffee.
Hard to tell if it's tea or coffee. It's true. But Gareth, let me ask you, looking at all these pictures, what do you think foreign people, what do you think that they would say about visiting London? Because what you're going to hear is a dialogue about a foreign person spending time in London. So look at those pictures and tell me, what are some things that people might not be used to, and they have to get used to when they go to London? Give me one idea.
According to these pictures,
Mm-hmm.
I think coffee. They they didn't used to drink coffee.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perhaps. Or maybe they were used to drinking coffee, but they have to drink tea because everyone drinks tea in the UK. Maybe.
Yes, everyone drinks. I know.
One or the other. Okay, great. Radek, give me another idea. Based on these pictures, what's something you might have to get used to in a place like London?
In London, people used to double-decker.
Oh, it's a little hard to hear you, Radek. Can you either get closer to your microphone or turn it up a bit? One more time. There we
Can
go.
you hear me?
Yes, much better.
People in London used to double-decker.
People in London are used to double-decker buses. True. And people who are not from the UK, they might have to get used to double-decker buses. Right?
Huh?
So to be used to is that those are the people who live there, and to get used to, those are foreigners. So be used to and get used to mean very different things. Okay? So that's a good example. And let's say good morning to Mr. Giancarlo. Hello, Giancarlo. How are you?
Just fine, thank you, John. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Have you ever been to London by any chance?
No, never in my life. I would like to travel to London because I was told that London is an interesting place to visit because of its culture.
It is a big multicultural city, that's for sure.
Yes,
Look at those
John.
pictures, Giancarlo, and tell me what's something that you might have to get used to if you were visiting or living there.
Mm, I will get. I
I
will get.
would.
I would. I
Yeah.
would get used to travel by taxi, like here in Mexico.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe if there was no taxi available, you'd have to go. What do the Londoners call the metro? Do you know?
By underground
Underground or the tube. They call it the tube.
or metro.
They call it the tube, though. The London Tube.
Ah, the London Tune. Yeah,
Tube.
tube,
Yeah, that's it.
tube.
Okay, good. One thing that no one mentioned was the umbrella. David Moon, what's the weather like? You talked about the Union Jack. What kind of weather would you have to get used to in London?
The weather in London is rainy very often, and
Right.
I used to umbrella.
You have to get used to.
Yes, yes.
Get used to. So remember, if you're the one visiting, you have to get used to. That means learn a new habit. If you're already living there, you are used to. That's because it's already a habit. So to get used to is to learn a new habit, and to be used to is to have a habit. So you might have to get used to carrying an umbrella, for example. All right.
Yeah.
Question.
John, John. May I give you another example about London,
Go
about the
for it.
weather? Yes. In negative, John, really, I wouldn't get used to the weather. It's I don't like rainy weather. I don't like this kind of weather because it's a little bit. The only thing I don't like about London is the weather because most of the time it's cloudy, foggy, and rainy.
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't.
haven't you had enough of sun? You've been living in Mexico for so long. It's time for a change. Why not live in nasty, cold, rainy weather? Be different.
No, because my body it's not just like I don't like it. It is because of my health. When it's for example winter here in Mexico, my lungs hurt.
Uh-huh.
And my brain, I feel depressed. I don't know why I feel depressed. I feel like being at home all the time, sleeping. I feel depressed. I feel sad. I feel angry. And on the contrary, being here in Mexico, where every day is sunny or most of the time is sunny,
Mhm.
I feel oh, I don't remember that word. Hectic? No.
Hectic?
No, it's not energetic. It's another word you mentioned in one class, in a previous class.
I'm not sure.
Energetic, I think so. Full of energy.
No. I know what you're talking about. It wasn't energetic. It was what was it? Yeah, it was just last week.
Full of energy, right?
Right. Not. I forgot what it was. I wrote it. I wrote it in the chat window. So if you go back to the class, you'll see it. But I forgot what it was.
Yes, John.
It wasn't energetic. Now it's gonna kill me because I can't remember. I think it begins with a V. What word was it? I can't remember. I have to go back and look. Well, anyway, you might be depressed, Giancarlo, but think of all the reading you'd get done because you'd be home all the time. Think about all the work. You'd have no desire to go outside to the beach. You'd stay home and you'd read lots of books. See? It's a trade-off.
Yeah, it's another possibility. Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well, let's see if we can practice those sounds in particular. So here we go. Let's take a look. Complete these foreign visitor statements about living in Britain. Use either used to, usually, or a form of be or get used to. And think about some of the things we talked about earlier. Used to, usually. Which one is the past? Which one is the present? Think about that. Be and get used to. Which one is for having a habit and which one is for learning a new habit? Okay? So let's try it out, and of course I will give you some corrections. Angela, can you take A for us?
Yes. What's your favorite British drink? Well, I usually drink tea here in Britain. It's better than British coffee.
Now we know why we saw a picture of the coffee. And so the answer is I usually drink tea, right?
Right.
Okay, very good. Give me just a second here. Which one is this? This is part 1. Sorry, I just have to quickly open something on my computer. Okay, that's it. So let's put, maybe I can put the answers for you as we go along. Very good. The first one is usually. Say that word for me one more time. I usually drink tea.
Usually?
Yeah, say the whole sentence. Let me just hear the whole sentence once.
What's your favorite British drink? Well, I usually drink tea here in Britain. It's better than British coffee.
Okay, great. When you say usually, the je is something that you can extend. You can just sort of keep vibrating. You can elongate it a little bit. So it's got to be a little bit longer. Well, I usually drink.
Usually.
That's it. Je. So let me hear je one time.
Je. Usually.
But there's no, you're putting a little like pause. It's not je, but it's je.
Je.
That's it. That's it. Good. Okay, we'll practice those sounds as a group in just a second. Let's get all the answers first. Number 1 is definitely usually. Very good. David Lang, can you do B for us?
Is there anything you find hard about the life here? Well, I can't get used to the weather.
I can't what? Repeat?
I can't get used to the weather.
Good. Is this the S or the J sound in that word? The answer is correct, by the way. Does the S sound like a S or a J, David?
Get used to.
So does the S get the S or J sound?
I think Z.
Not exactly. Listen to me.
Nice.
Listen to me. Get used to. Used to.
Okay, S.
It's the S. Good.
Yeah, the S.
Okay, so listen, repeat. Well, I can't get used to the weather. Repeat.
Well, I can't get used to the weather.
Good. You can make it a little bit longer. I can't get used to.
I can't get used to the weather.
Okay, good. There's still a little problem. You're not putting the T on can't. Well, I can't get. It's the T on the can't and the get. I can't get used to. Try that again.
I can't get used to the weather.
The problem is get. Get.
Get.
That time was good. Try get used to.
Yes. Get.
No. Yeah. Because you're saying
get used to.
Right. So you're having trouble when you after the G sound. You're having trouble putting a T. So just notice it. Eventually you'll get it. But just notice it now. It's not guess used to. That's what you were saying. It's get, and if you need to, move the T to the next word. Get use. If you need to, say used to. Get used to.
Get used to the weather.
There you go. There you go. Good. So if you're having trouble with get used to, say get and the next word used to. So put the T on the used to if it's difficult to do it the other way. There's nothing wrong with that because when you speak quickly, it'll sound natural. Get used to. Get used to. Okay? Very good. Mr. David Moon, take C for us.
Okay, have you found it easy to adapt to the British way of life? In general, yes, but I still find driving a car here difficult. I suppose it's because I be used to driving on the right, not the left side.
Okay, look at the verb tense. Look at the verb tense.
Usually.
No. Your answer was correct, but the verb tense was incorrect. Is this the past, present, or future?
I suppose it did. I was.
I don't want you to guess. I want you to look at the sentence and tell me the verb tense. I suppose it's past, present, or future? It's past, present, or future? So David, just tell me, what does the apostrophe S mean in I suppose it's because? What does the S
It is.
It is.
It is.
It is. Good. Is that the past, present, or future?
I think past, present.
Well, which, past or present?
Oh, present, yes.
Of
present.
course, it's the present. Therefore, you cannot say I be used to because that's not the present.
Okay.
What can you say?
I am.
Exactly. Okay, so say the whole sentence one more time.
I suppose it's because I'm be used to driving.
Did you just put the...
I'm used to. Yes.
Good.
I suppose it's because I'm used to driving on the right, not the left side.
Exactly. And the pronunciation again is the S. I'm used to. I'm used to driving. Good. That's right. Okay, so there's no B. No need for the B because this is the present. Okay, excellent. Let's go on to Ms. Garrett. Let's take a look at the next slide. Take a look at letter D for us. Tell me what answer is the best.
Okay. Was there anything you found strange about Britain before you came here? Yes, I usually think double-decker buses were very strange before I came to London, but now I find them quite normal.
Okay, good. Are we talking about the past or the present here? Because remember, you in this dialogue, you're a visitor to London. You're a visitor to Britain. So, did you think double-deckers were strange? Do you think the double-decker buses are strange now? Yes or no?
No, it was strange. It
was strange in the past, right?
Yes. Yes.
So is it usually, or is it not usually?
I think it's not usually. I think
exactly.
It's I used to.
Correct. That's right, because it's the past. So used to is the past. Say that sentence for me one more time. Yes, I.
Yes, I used to think double-decker buses were very strange before I came to London, but now I find them quite normal.
Absolutely correct. It's used to because you see the sentence is were strange. So it's the past. Very good.
It.
And used to. And now here's something else I want to point out, Garrett. Look at the pronunciation of this used to. It's a little different than the other used to. There's no be or get. So the pronunciation changes. Instead of used to think, used to, it's used to. I used to think. Used to think. So to becomes to. And the
Okay.
reason for that is there is no be or get. When we get rid of those verbs, we put the stress on the main verb of the sentence, which is think. We put the stress there. Therefore, we don't stress the to. So it should be, I used to think. Used to think.
Used to.
That's right.
Could you please write down for me this explanation because I want to know this.
Yeah. So here's the rule. I'll put the rule is something like this.
Yes.
If we use, let's say if we use get slash be with used to, the to, I'll just try to write it like this. Whoops, give me a second. The to is oo, is oo, as in the word blue. But if we do not use get or be, the to is unstressed and sounds like puh. I'll try to, I can't put the IPA symbols there right now because I don't have the IPA website open, but let me just show you. Tuh, as in the word, what's a simple word? Sun, or fun, or
Sure.
like this. So it's the sound, tuh.
Sure.
That's right.
Okay, very interesting.
It's not exactly the same as sun or fun. Those sounds are a little stronger, but just to give you a quick idea.
Yeah.
Because actually what I'm doing is I'm opening the IPA.
You mean
website.
N is silent?
I'm sorry?
If I pronounce like this, like I would not pronounce N in sun or fun.
No. In sun and fun, you pronounce the N. I'm talking
Yes,
only
I
about.
You trying to say how to pronounce ter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like sun. It's almost the same sound.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the IPA symbol website open. So look, I'm gonna one more note here. This is a little bit more clear.
Okay.
An unstressed to is this. That's the symbol for it.
Okay.
But a stressed to is, just a second here, let me put the other symbol for you. One day I'll find an app that lets me write in IPA symbols because this is a little bit slow. Okay, here we go. So take a look at the difference. So the IPA, the first one is a t, and the second one is to.
Okay.
So they're okay. The second one is when you say be or get used to, because the to is stressed. The first one is when it's unstressed, as in what was it? I used to think. Used to.
Okay.
All right? And that's it. That's the rule. But let's practice it. It's one thing to know the rule. It's another thing to practice it so that it's second nature. So, Mr. Radek, can you do E for us, and then Giancarlo F, and we'll get a good introduction. Radek, try E for us.
Okay. Did you find bacon and eggs for breakfast strange? Yes, but gradually I was get used to it. I like the bacon now, but I still find dried egg a bit heavy first thing in the morning.
All right. Do they make sense, those two sentences? Is the meaning clear for you, Radek?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, is the person asking about the past or the present?
Past time?
Did you find right?
Yes.
So he's
Did you
asking
find?
about,
Yes.
right.
Okay.
And is the person responding about the past or present? Which?
Did I was is past.
Where do you see was in that sentence? I don't see was.
Yes.
You added a was. But what I see is I like the bacon now, present.
Yes.
So that shows you that it's got to be the present, not the past. I like the bacon now. I still, right now, find fried egg a bit heavy. So it can't be I was used to. It can't be. It's got to be a form of the present. So how can we express this in the present, Radek? Exactly. Good.
I'm get used to.
I'm get
Used to.
Present continuous, not present simple. I'm
getting. I'm
exactly.
getting used to it.
Perfect. That's it. Because when you say I'm, you have to follow that with an ing. You have to. You've got no choice. Yes, but gradually I'm getting used to it. By the way, here, it's not used to, it's used to, because you've got the get. But gradually I'm getting used to it. Gradually I'm getting used to it. Say that for me, please.
I'm getting too used to it.
I heard too many twos. I'm getting too used to it. Wait, there's too many twos.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to it.
I'm getting too
used to it.
Used to it.
Good. Not I'm getting too used to it. No. I'm getting used to it.
Yes. I'm getting used to it.
Perfect. That's it. Okay, very good. So that is the present, and it's getting used to because I am learning a habit. When I'm the one learning, it's get. If I already have the habit, it would be I am used to it. Okay, so your answer is correct. Okay, last one, Giancarlo. Can you read F for us?
Have your tastes changed in other ways since coming to Britain? Yes, back at home, I drink warm weather. I got used to.
Wait. Look, back at home. That's just the past.
Past.
Is this about you learning a habit, or is this about an old habit?
Yes, it's past. Yes, back at home, I used to drink warm beer.
I used
to? I think so. I used to in past, no?
I know, but look at the rest of the sentence. There's a problem. But now I drink it a lot.
I drink it a lot and actually like it.
I used to drink it and now I drink it a lot? Doesn't make sense. But is a contrast word, but you don't have a contrast. Remember, but now I like it.
I didn't.
Exactly. I didn't what?
I didn't used to drink warm beer.
Correct. Good. By the way, has anyone ever had warm beer? Like, on purpose? Has anyone try that? British warm beer? No? No one? Me neither. Sounds pretty horrible. It sounds like a mistake. That's just me. Maybe it's good. I don't know. Okay, very good. So again, let's say that one more time. Back at home,
Yes, back at home I didn't drink warm beer, but now I drink it a lot.
Wait.
And
you gotta use. Wait. You gotta use used to, or usually, or get used to, or be used to. I didn't hear the used to. Not I didn't drink, but
I didn't used to drink.
Correct. because you said it without the used to. I didn't used to drink warm beer. That's it. Okay, good. I didn't used to drink. Used to drink. I didn't used to drink. Notice here that again, it's the unstressed to. I didn't used to drink. Used to drink. Used to. Can you hear that? Used to drink.
Yes, I didn't used to drink warm
Perfect.
beer.
Good. So it would sound wrong to say I didn't used to drink, because there's no be or get. Therefore, we put the stress on drink. And if the stress is on drink, to is unstressed. Therefore, it gets the weak sound, the t. So you said it right, but I just want to make sure the rule is clear. Okay, so I think that is a good introduction for everyone. Let's do a little bit of practice.
Excuse me, John.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to ask you something. You are telling about stress and unstressed too. Does it imply only in American English or both British and American? This rule.
No, it's the same. In fact,
Same.
it's the same. All the material I use is actually British English, even though I'm American. So
Okay.
what I do is, if there's any difference in American English, I'll point it out to you. Because I'll say, oh, I would say it this way. But actually, all my material is British English. And what they try to do anyway, it doesn't really matter what kind of English course you use. They're almost all the same. They try to give you a rule that is generally true. So it's kind of unusual today to get, maybe not for pronunciation. Okay, it's true, you might get a pronunciation book that's only British, only American. But because there is no British pronunciation, that just simply doesn't exist. Every neighborhood in London has a different pronunciation. You know what I'm saying? There's no real British pronunciation. So because of that, the rules that you get are a little bit general anyway. So generally, books try to give you rules that are generally true no matter where you are. Generally true.
Okay.
In this case, if there was something different in American English, I would just point it out because I use British material. But anyway, the answer is no. It's exactly the same in both languages for this rule. By the way, let's find out a little bit more here. Let's hone in on the pronunciation. Angela, could you read the directions at the top of the slide? Oh, no, I'm sorry, we did that. I'm sorry. It's sorry. In the middle, where it says listen again. And I want you to say those words as they're written. Try your best.
Okay, listen again and repeat the sentence. Make sure you pronounce used to and usually.
Used to.
And usually.
Yeah, but I want to hear used to.
Used to. Used to.
Not to, but to.
Used to.
Good, that was it. And the second word?
And usually.
Good.
Usually, correctly.
That's right. Notice that symbol, that upside down E, is the same as in the to, right? It's a t, and you see the upside down E, usually. Usually. Not
Okay.
usual, it's usual. Notice between the U and the A, usually, there is a W. It's not written, but it's pronounced. So, let's go around the room and just practice those two sounds, okay? Angela, listen and repeat. Used to, usually.
Used to, usually.
Good. Usually. Usual. Usual. I want to hear the wa. Usually.
Usually. Usually.
Good. That's it. I put a Z sound for used to. Used to. But to be honest with you, it could be said with an S or a Z. Because I think earlier in the lesson I was saying used to. And to me that's very natural. So I put a Z, but honestly, I think you could say it either way. Okay, for now we're going to use the Z because it's on the screen. So, Mr. David Lang, used, usually.
You used to.
Used
Usually.
to, make more of a T. Used to,
Used.
good.
Usually.
Good. Usually. The W. Very good. Mr. David Moon, used to, usually.
Used to, usually.
Good. Say the first again.
Used to.
To now. Used to.
Used to. Used to.
That's it. It'll make more sense when it's in a sentence, okay? Because you'll say used to think. It'll be more natural. But I do want you to hear the difference between used to and used to. Okay, Garrett. Used to, usually.
Used to, usually.
I'm hearing to. I want to hear to. Used to.
Used to.
Even
Okay.
shorter. Even shorter. Used
okay.
to.
Used to.
Yeah, even shorter. Used to.
Used to.
Okay, that's better. Yeah. And the second.
Usually.
Very good. But be careful. It's not usual. It's usual. Usual. Usually. Usual.
Usual. Usually.
Usually. Don't forget the li. Usually.
Usually. Like in fluent, how to say usually?
Usually. Usually.
Usually.
Good. Yeah, that's it. Good. Okay. Giancarlo. Used to. Usually.
Used to, usually.
First one again.
Used to,
Used to. Good. Okay. Okay. Very good. And Radic. Used to. Usually.
Used to, usually.
Very good. I could hear that really clearly. Excellent. Okay. So, take a look at this, everyone. Look at these pictures of Sonia. Radic, actually, you read the directions for us at the top.
Reading?
Could you read, please? Yeah, read the directions for us.
Okay. Look at the picture of Sonia, a student from Italy. Complete her answer to these questions. Use either used to, usually, or form to be used or get used to.
By the way, remember, it's be used to. There it's the to. Be used to or get used to. There it's a to sound.
Okay. Be used to or get used to.
Keep going. Remember? Radic? What happened to you, Radic? Come back! Radic! We lost Radic. Okay, the end says, remember that be or get used to needs an object. For example, I'm used to it. There always has to be a word like it, or used to her, or used to the city. There always has to be an object. In other languages, you call this a complemento. In English, we say object. Okay? So those are some pictures of Sonia going about her business in London. And here are some questions. What I want you to do is, let's think about what it says here. Answer, complete her answers. So think about those pictures and let's try this out. By the way, well, let's go with that first. You can see some of her comments on the right side. Okay? So let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to Mr. Angelo. What do you think about English spelling? You can look at her comment first. Maybe you should read her comment first on the right side and then tell me how you think she would answer that sentence.
I think the third one, at first, phonetic symbols seems like Martian, but with each day I use them, then they gradually.
Oh, but actually, no, it's the first one. These all line up. Read the very first comment. Italian
Okay.
spelling.
Uh, Italian spelling is very logical, so I get a shock every time I see an English word.
Excellent.
Every time I say.
So that's her attitude. So now go back to question A. What do you think about English spelling? How do you think she would answer that using used to, usually, be used to, or get used to? What do you think she would say?
Should I create an answer?
Yeah, you create an answer based
Okay.
on your idea from what you just read. Remember what she said, Italian spelling is logical. So
I get a shock. Okay. What do you think about English spelling? It's a little bit different from Italian, but I really don't know, John.
you have to use used to, usually, be used to, or get used to in your answer.
Okay.
You have to guess what she would say.
What do you think about English spelling? It's a little bit different from my mother tongue, because when I was
No, because just, is she used to it? Is she not used to it? Can she get used to it? Is she usually using it? What answer do you think is most likely from her? And state it with I.
She wasn't used to it.
Okay, so she would say, I, right now. What do you think of English spelling now? I can or cannot.
I can
Good.
Be used to.
Not be. Remember, when we're learning a habit, it's get.
I can't get used to
it.
To it.
Correct. That's it.
Okay.
Listen to the pronunciation. I can't get used to it. Repeat. I can't get used to it.
I can't get used to it.
Excellent.
Used to it.
And why did we use get?
Because she's not used.
Yeah, but why did we use get and not be? Does she have the habit of spelling in English, or is she learning the habit?
She's learning. It's
exactly
right.
Exactly. So when we're learning a habit, it's get used to. I'm getting used to it. I'm learning the habit. Okay? Just to be clear.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. I can't get used to it. All right, very good. We're running out of time, but I think we can get through this one exercise. David, read B. First the question. David Lang.
Do you find American English difficult to understand?
Okay, good. Look at her second comment on the right. Can you read that for us?
My first English teacher came from Texas, and I've always studied U.S. English.
Excellent. So what do you think her answer is to question B?
I were getting used to it.
Wait a second. She had a teacher in the past, right? So she's not learning the habit. She already learned it. It's already a habit. Because her teacher from Texas is in the past. So
she used to
it.
It, yeah.
Okay, good. So you be her. I'm going to ask you the question directly, and you answer in the first person. I am or I am not. Hey, do you find American English difficult to understand? Yes or no?
No.
No.
I used to it.
I'm used to it.
I'm used to it.
Look at the chat window and you can see the answer. No, I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
No, I'm used to it.
That's it.
I'm used to it.
Good, good. Be careful with the T on the it. I'm used to it.
I'm used to it.
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 Good. You've got to exaggerate the T's at the end of words, because sometimes we might misunderstand you if you don't put that T sound. I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, we're kind of out of time. Let me just do C and D, and we're going to have to stop there for now. And there's a little activity you could do on your own. So, let's see. Garrett, can you do C? Read the question, read her reaction, and then tell me what you think her answer would be to the question. Okay, Garrett? For letter C?
So you heard phonetic symbols. Look strange to you.
Okay, good. And look what she says at first.
At first, phonetic symbols seemed like Martin, but with Martian. But with each day I use them, they are gradually becoming more ordinary and so useful. So I'm getting used to it.
Exactly. Well, I'm getting used to them because it says symbols.
Oh, okay, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Good.
Right.
Well, I'm getting used to them. There's the answer in the chat window. Excellent. Very good. Radek, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Read D for us.
How often do you work on your pronunciation in English classes?
Good. Read her reaction. We nearly
always do a short pronunciation exercise in each of my English classes.
Excellent. So how would she answer that question? How often do you work in your pronunciation English classes? What's her answer going to be?
I'm getting.
Nope. She's not learning.
No.
This is about how often she does it. Not about learning a habit. How often does she do it? Does she do it just sometimes? Does she do it all the time? What would you say?
All the time. Short time.
Short time, no. Look, we nearly always do a short exercise. So they do it always. Which word matches with always? Used to, usually, get used to, be to.
Usually.
Usually. Excellent. So, how often do you work in your pronunciation English classes? I
usually do a short pronunciation exercises.
That's right. In every class. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually work on it in every class. That's it. Okay, listen everyone. Unfortunately, we've got to stop here. All right? I'm going to come back in just a minute to begin the business class, which is going to be all about something really important if you work in business. How to initiate a meeting. The kickoff meeting is going to be the topic for the next class. In the meantime, on slide 17, you have a little activity that you can do if you want some homework. It says think about your own language learning past habits, or habits past and present. Write down some questions you could ask to a fellow student and interview each other. That's something we can do in the next class next Monday. If you want a little practice, you could write out your answers, and I'd be happy to correct them for you if you want to send them to me. So take a look at slide 17 if you want to write about your habits and practice used to, usually, be used to, and get used to. Okay? I'll be back in... whoops, you can't see me. I thought my camera was on. Sorry about that. I'll be back in just 30 seconds to start the business class, so stick around for that coming right up. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.